It's quite the find. Hello friends, and welcome back to Crow's Thrifty Finds. My name is Melanie. So for this week's video, we're going to talk about what items are selling well on eBay as of late. And these are going to be items that I specifically have sold. But first, really quickly, I want to do that raffle for this bag. Somebody is about to win it. So let's go see who the lucky viewer is. So here's the names of all who have entered. So I'm going to click on the wheel and a winner will be picked. So here we go. Good luck, everybody. And the winner is Patricia Scudder. Congratulations, Patricia. I will reach out to you on your comment on last week's video and I'll let you know how we can get in touch. Congrats. So we're moving on to the main part of the video where we're going to discuss what's been selling lately on eBay. And I'm going to be discussing specifically what I have sold. I know I often include a thrifting portion at the end of videos like this, but I have such a long list that I figured I would just focus on these items for this week. We'll thrift again together soon. So item number one is an Ever After doll, which sold for $23.99. And I bought this off of Facebook Marketplace from it was a lot, and there's so much more in it. I got it for $50. And it just is an incredible amount of rare Ever After dolls. I'm going to make a ton of money at the end of the day on it. But I did spend $50 and I sold that for $23.99. So I'm not quite in the green from this doll, but I will get in the green from another one that I'll discuss pretty soon. So next I have a Vintage Glow Worm. Do you all remember these? I know I had one. It was in a green outfit, and the one in the green outfit sells, I think, even better than this one here that's in pink. However, this one is new and in the box. I bought this off Facebook Marketplace for $40, sold it for $75.99, which leaves me a profit before eBay fees of $36. Next, we have, you guessed it, another Ever After doll. This is the one that puts me in the green. This doll sold for $36. So now I am in the green, combining that one with the other one that sold. So onwards and upwards. Next, we have a pair of Nikes. I spotted these at Goodwill and said to myself, these are weird and somebody's going to want them. And I paid $10 for them. And they did indeed sell for $79.99, and that's a profit before eBay fees of $70. And as I've mentioned in other videos, I do charge shipping on most of my items, so know that that's included as well. So yeah, but the numbers, these numbers here are approximate in some regard as far as, profit goes. Next, I have a very good purchase. And, sometimes the items sell so fast that I'm not able to get them on my channel before they sell. And this was one of those items. I bought this for $5 at a thrift store. This is an Olympus Stylus camera. These are bolos if you're not familiar. And this camera sold, as you can see, for $199.99. Had its box, had the instructions, had all the goodies that came with it originally. Awesome pickup. So yeah, that's $195 profit. I was very excited, and it sold in just over 24 hours. If it sold in 10 minutes, I would have been worried that I undervalued it, but I do think that just based on the rarity of this camera and all it came with, I believe that there was just a collector waiting to pick it up. So yay, keep your eye out for those. Next, this is a Scentsy warmer. This is a sugar skull. I've noticed in general that Scentsy warmers that are in the shapes of skulls are sellers. They do well. People want them. And Goodwill has been pricing these affordable. I paid $6 For this, it sold for $39.99 very quickly, within not even a week. So that's a profit of $34. I'm a happy camper. Next is an item from the first storage unit that I bought. This is a pair of Y2K Adidas warm-up pants. So these are vintage. I sold them for $20.99. I'm well into the green on that storage unit, as I only paid $20 for it. So, and I've sold many other items already. So that unit continues to pay off. Happy to have added that stuff to my inventory. Next, we have a vintage Cenex hat. I bought this at a garage sale last summer, paid $1 for it. It was in really good condition. It sat, as you can tell, for a very long time. Some vintage hats are great sellers. Others take some time. Would I still pick up vintage hats in the future if they were, a good, style, brand, team, whatever? Of course. But just, know that not all vintage hats are going to fly off your shelves. And this one is an example of that. But it did sell for $25, so that's $24 in profit before eBay fees. I'm happy. Do I wish it sold sooner? Yes, but I'm happy. Excuse me. Next, I have a portable stove. Paid $25 for this. I honestly thought it would sell more, but it sat for a while. I sold it for $48, made $23. I always say as long as I can make $20, I'm happy. But, at the same time, when I'm making $20, I like to spend under $20, for the item. So this may not have been the best buy, but $23 profit is what it is. Next item I picked up in a recent video. This is a Bratz blanket. This is a very rare comforter. The thrift store had it marked for $25. I ended up getting it for $15 because they decided it had been on the shelves for $25 long enough that they were willing to lower it. So they sold it to me for $15. Sold for $60 pretty quickly, and a nice $45 profit there. I was so happy that the person who bought it left me a really sweet note saying how excited they were to finally find this blanket because they had it as in their childhood and they wanted to give it to their kids, but it was all torn up and now they've got one that they can give them. And I just love stories like that. I can't ever hear enough of those. So I know that customer was happy. Next, we have a monster truck. I bought this and it was $5. I kind of thought, maybe my son might end up taking it, but he kind of got out of the monster truck phase. I sold it for $21.50, profit of $16.50. It is what it is. Not terrible. And really a pretty good deal. If you can find these cheap, these monster trucks, these larger ones, they are good sellers on eBay in general. Next, I have a pair of Bath and Body Works candles. I purchased them for $5 each. They were brand new. They smelled amazing. I thought about keeping them. They sold for $57.98. And that money was refunded because if you see on there, I combined shipping because they were actually two separate listings that the person wanted them both. And so I refunded the second shipping cost and, worked out. Next, I have a pair of New Balance sneakers, and I paid $40 for these. As you can see, they sold for $77. Those came from Facebook Marketplace. Nice profit of $47.98. Love buying new shoes when I can find them. Next, we have a pair of not so new shoes. These are Asics. I paid $1 for them. This particular style is popular. It's kind of a throwback style. I paid $1 for these at a garage sale. These were the infamous shoes that I found the used thong inside. But yeah, they sold for $26.99 and I got a nice profit of $25.99 on those shoes. I thoroughly sanitized them after I pulled the thong out. So the person that's getting them is getting something that's clean and taken care of. Next, there's an Aquapod launcher. This was such a weird random item. I just saw it at a garage sale over the summer, and I thought to myself, this could be worth more money than $1. So that's what they wanted for it, and it did sell for $30.99. It took a while to sell. That was a $30 profit. Next, we have this pot. It's kind of one of those multi-layer pots. This was another buy that wasn't the greatest. I paid $25. It sat for a while. It sold for $43.50, which leaves me an $18.50 profit before eBay fees. You can't win them all, but it's good to show the realities here of reselling, is that you don't always get what you think you're going to get on an item. And yeah, maybe I could have left it up and it would have sold, in another year from now for, $10 more if I was lucky, but sometimes you just want to move items, and this item was large, so I was ready to get it out. So, it just goes that way sometimes. Next, we have a Diary of a Wimpy Kid lot of books. This came out of the first storage unit that I purchased, so we're well into the green on that. It's $9.99 in my pocket, nice little bread and butter. Next, there's a lot of Alien figures. I was super excited to pick these up. I really enjoyed that movie in middle school. The figures were so cool looking. And I paid $10 for them, and they sold for $56.99, so that's a nice profit of $46.99. Next, we have an iPad. This was from my second storage unit that I bought, the most recent one. This iPad was password protected and also very smashed, as you can see. The going rate for these in that condition, this particular model, I was lucky it was a newer model, $70. So that's what I listed, and it sold very quickly for that amount. I made sure the buyer was aware of the issues and made sure they knew how to fix the problems, and they said that they do. So awesome. They didn't return it. It's all good. So it's a nice $70 in my pocket from that storage unit. I'm well into the green on that one as well. Last but not least, we have a Power Ranger here for $43.99 it sold. And this is part of a lot. And I did sell one other figure in this lot already. So I am in the green at $43.99. So that's $43.99 in my pocket. And that concludes the list. So I thank you all for watching this video, and if you haven't already, don't forget to like it if you enjoyed it. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I'd love to have you subscribed. I do make regular content every week, so I'd love to have you on the journey with me. Reselling is so much fun. So again, goodbye for this week. This is Melanie with Crow's Thrifty Finds. I'll see you next week.